It's not getting pleasure for yourself. And I really feel sorry for people that are trapped in purely egoistic, hedonistic lifestyles where they're just, everything is an onanistic experience and there's no idea of really giving. So I think really helping people experience, helping other people, it's quite extraordinary.
It's as simple as that. Helping other people.
Just get out and do it, like Nike says. Just do it. Yeah.
I never thought I'd hear you quoting Nike.
I don't like them. I like John Lennon.
Okay. Okay, so our next question, I'm going to take one from the internet. This comes to us from Emily Coates, who's actually logging on from the UK. And her question is, what is the single most important experience that the youth of the world can create within their own communities? What is the best way we can influence a world where war is a serious factor? I suppose, Prime Minister. Address your...
Yeah. I think where there is ignorance, there is fear, and where there's fear, there's conflict. And therefore I think the single most important thing that young people can do, apart from the practical things that we've just been talking about, for example with the campaign, is actually to try and encourage us to understand more about the other person, what motivates them, what excites them, what's making them how they are. And one of the things, just if I can talk for a moment about interfaith, the thing that's really fascinated me is, first of all, the vast expanses of my own ignorance about other faiths. And I'm trying to put that right now, but it is amazing just how much there is to know and how little I did know. And so I, found it, particularly I think in relation to Islam, but not just in relation to Islam, wonderful to know. I now have a completely different understanding. And I think that understanding helps understand other people. But here's the really interesting thing. I've also found my own faith enriched by understanding the faith of others. And that's something I didn't expect. And I was in a school actually in the UK, in quite a difficult part of inner city London. And I was talking to the kids there about their religious education, and they decided to teach religion in a slightly different way, and because it's a very multi-faith school, they'd sort of thrown the whole thing open and got lots of different people in to talk about the different faiths. And what was fascinating was the kids are only 14, 15, but just the way they talked about how their own faith had been deepened, actually, by being able to explore the faith of others. And I think that is, that's something that you can get involved in if you're a young person of faith, and you can get involved with other people, and actually you will find that it changes your own life as well, and it makes you think about the world in a deeper way. And I do think that there is a sense in which I think what religious faith does is it doesn't, and it shouldn't ever make you a person that doesn't want to have fun and enjoy the good things of life and all the rest of it, and that is absolutely true. But what it can do sometimes is just give you an insight into what life should really be about. And actually what you find when you mix with people of a different faith is you see so many of those same insights and same thoughts touching them as well. And so that's why I think the interfaith idea is important, because actually even within your own faith it's something that can bring you to a deeper and better understanding, not just of the other but of yourself.
I always hate questions like that, just because they're questions that really need like a lot of people to sit together and talk and brainstorm, and because it really is a significant question. But I think if there was right now, what would come to me is, I had the gift of being in a head-on collision when I was 17 years old, And it made me so acutely aware of mortality in a way that was unimaginable. And I really was in a state for quite some time after that, because I recognized that I could have transitioned, and I had no idea what was coming after. I really didn't have a clue. And I think so the single most important thing for me would be to recognize the incredible gift of life. I'm always troubled by people that want to jump out of airplanes and jump on bungee jumping off bridges and things. I mean, my wife and I saw an advertisement for some Las Vegas thrill ride where they take you up over the city in this little chair and spin you around like, several thousand feet up in the air to get some adrenaline rush. And I really want to tell those people there are other ways to feel alive. Like I feel intensely alive all the time. It's real for me. My kids are so intensely alive. And so I just feel like they really need to understand that just the incredible gift of life. And once you get that point, and that it can be taken from you at any instant, and it is very precious, then to just set out on what your heart is set on in doing. Because one of the things, Qadi Bakr ibn al-Arabi, a great Andalusian Muslim scholar from Spain, he said that if everybody was allowed to do what they truly wanted to do, the world would actually be a perfect place. Because he said God puts in the hearts of people desires that will complement each other. And so that there are people that want to do things that other people would never want to do. And so allowing people to really explore that and pursue something that really ignites them. And the word in Arabic for youth, shabab, is from a root word which means the igniting of a flame. It's an incredible time of energy and spunk and spontaneity. Spunk means something different in England, but here it means like vital energy.
Don't ask about that one.
So I think it's, just really getting that through, that you've got this energy, use the energy for something really worthwhile. You're not going to look back, at the end of your life and say, God, yeah.
Now we have a very talented campaign.
Hi, my name is Cal. I am an actor, but hopefully not one who's rewarded for doing bad things. That would bother me. I'm here on behalf of Malaria No More, and I actually wanted to encourage everyone to take out your cell phones, because they've set up an interesting new technology way of donating. I'm trying to find mine. And I know we don't get reception in here, so put it in your outbox, and please join us on the way out. If you text the word NET, N-E-T, to the number 90999, it'll charge you $5, and that donation will go towards buying a bed net. And we'd like you to do this twice, because if you do this twice, you've donated $10 and purchased a bed net for someone who doesn't have the means. And this is through Malaria No More. For folks watching at home also, whether you're abroad or whether you're here in the United States, you can also go to malarianomore.org and get some information on how you can donate if you're not able to do it via text. But if you text NET, I'll repeat the number a couple times, it's a little confusing, 90999. So text NET to 90999. It'll actually ask you for a confirmation. So just reply yes. And we'd like you to do that twice this evening if you can. That would really make a big difference for a lot of folks. I know there are more than 100 of us here. So please do text NET to 90999. Thank you.
Thank you. Now this is our final batch of questions. The first one comes to us from Jess here. Jess here. Hello.
Hi, thank you. My name is Jessica Kent. I'm from Brandeis University in Waltham, Massachusetts, and I recently completed my fellowship year with the Interfaith Youth Corps in Chicago, Illinois. This amazing experience enabled me to combine my interest in issues of religious division with the Jewish notion of tikkun olam, or repairing the world. At Brandeis and beyond, we are engaging religious students to encounter, explore, and exchange, from the website of Tony Blair's Foundation, with one another to work towards actual, practical, and worldwide social change. Inspired to contribute to the MDGs, we are helping to fundraise in the hopes of sponsoring a Millennium Village as college students nationwide, expanding our anti-malarial pill and bed net drives, and planning a trip to Rwanda to see the enormity of poverty